guys, quick preview to today's video. I was going to post this last week, but Red, White, and Royal Blue is a struck production with the SAG-AFTRA strike, and I was really struggling with like how to deal with that and like if I should post a video, because in their guidelines they don't want influencers or social media people, like influencers, to post paid promotions or organic promotions for struck work. But I'm not an influencer. I get like 30 to 50 views a video, and I'm just not an influencer. I've never gotten paid to promote anything. So I am going to post this video, but I'm also going to be donating to the SAG-AFTRA and WGA Employee Support Fund. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know how much it's going to be, but I will put in the description how much I donated and a link to donate yourself if you're interested. It supports the striking workers while they're not getting paid by the studios who refuse to come to the bargaining table. With that being said, enjoy the video about Red, White, and Royal Blue. Good morning and welcome to another reading vlog. Sorry this is such a casual, informal intro, but I have to get ready for work like 10 minutes ago, so I thought I would do this really fast. I have decided to reread Red, White, and Royal Blue before the movie comes out. It is currently today, August 4th. It comes out next Friday, a week from today, and I want to reread this. It is available on Kindle Unlimited, so I did download the ebook, and I'll be reading it on my Kindle because that's just a little bit more portable for me. But I'm so excited. I haven't reread this since I first read it in January of 2020. 3.5 years since I first read this. I have reread like the end because I tend to like read my favorite chapter and then just keep going, but I haven't reread this from the beginning since that first time reading it, and that time I listened to the audiobook, so I've actually never read the whole thing physically. My friend Michaela's reading it right now, and she's been texting me about it, and I've been getting so excited about it. I keep seeing little mini trailers and getting like so excited to see the movie. If you don't know, Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston is a contemporary romance between Alex, the son of the first female president, and Henry, one of the princes of England. They initially do not like each other, but due to kind of a PR nightmare, they are forced to pretend to be best friends, like for the press, and through them being forced to spend time together, they end up starting to like each other. So this is a secret relationship trope book, and I absolutely love that. That is like one of my favorites. I'm so excited to reread this again. All right, I'm gonna go. I haven't started this yet, but I'm planning to today, and I will update you when I get a little bit in, give you my thoughts, feelings, comments, concerns, etc. And I'll see you later. Good morning, beautiful people. It is about 10 o'clock on Saturday, and I am getting ready to go to a knitting circle. I go to a knitting circle every Sunday at the yarn store near my house, but last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, one of the ladies at Knitting Circle was like, this fancy library in Old City called the Athenaeum, I believe it's how it's pronounced, has a knitting circle event that they're doing. It was like $5 to register, so if it's not fun, I just won't go again, but it sounds fun, and I want to do knitting in a fancy old building, so I thought I would take you with me, and I'm gonna do a little bit of makeup just to feel a little prettier because it's such a nice day. My plan and hope is to read all of Red, White, and Royal Blue this weekend. The first time I read it was all in one day. Elsa, oh my god. I don't know if you guys know what happens in chapter 1, but chapter 1 is when Alex and his sister and Nora, who is the daughter of the vice president, they're like the core friend group of the main character, go to Henry, the prince's older brother's wedding. So they go to a royal wedding, and Alex knocks over the cake. And I found this scene so viscerally uncomfortable the first time I read this book. I stopped reading it. Like, I couldn't get past this scene. And the only reason I listened to the audiobook all in one day is because I had to, or else it was going to go back to the library. Let me tell you, that scene is exactly the same amount of unfun to read as it is to listen to. Oh my god. The only saving grace is that I could skim a little bit because I know what's going to happen, but it was just awful. Just awful. The only other thing I want to say from reading this first chapter, again for the first time since I read it 3 years ago, I never realized that the first time Henry shows up on page and Alex is describing how he looks, he says he has a soft, friendly mouth. Come on, man. Come on. Like, it is so pretty. Just as pretty as you. Why does she look so sad? I've decided to rep the crew for today's outing, so let's go. And let me not completely forget to bring my knitting project. Hello, I thought it would be nice to give you a little update. So I got to Knitting Circle half an hour late. I decided to grab coffee on the way and I missed the 12 bus and had to wait for it to come back. That took forever, and then there was like an unexpected detour. It was so much fun. I was the youngest person there. The building is beautiful. I was talking to this woman, Nancy, who was super nice. Turns out she's on the board, and she took me on a little tour of the library upstairs. It's not as expensive as I expected. It's like a membership library. The Free Library of Philadelphia is great and huge, but it is not like open on the weekends, the locations that are close to me, and they close at like 5 during the week. So this is like a beautiful building in Old City, and it's open on Saturdays, and it was only $75 for a membership for the year. I got the young friend rate because I'm under 35, which is cool. So I bought a membership, and now I can come here whenever I want and not have to pay to come to like little events and stuff. Like this was $5 to go to, but now I can come for free, etc. And I'm really excited. There's this beautiful park right across the street, and I am done with chapter 2 of Red, White, and Royal Blue. It's right around 2 o'clock now, so I'm planning to stay here and read for a while. I have no idea if this tree is gonna get like dirt all over my pants, but it is honestly very comfortable, so I'm just gonna chill. I have a little buddy. Hi. Everyone, I'm here with Miss Moosey Goose to give you a little update on how Red, White, and Royal Blue is going. First of all, I am loving it. I'm 30% in. I'm having such a good time. I am giggling. I'm kicking my feet. I'm just loving life. So it's about 6 o'clock now, a little bit after 6, and I am having such a good time rereading Red, White, and Royal Blue. It is so fun. It is so charming. I love Alex so much. His little sexuality crisis is so relatable. And I am just obsessed. Like, I'm having such a good time. I will say something that I am surprised by is that they are younger than the people in the romances that I typically read nowadays. And it feels a little bit kind of like, it almost feels like the energy of a romance, like a college set romance, which I don't typically read anymore. It's kind of like, when I was in high school, I've been reading fan fiction for a long time, and that's what I'm about to talk about. When I was in high school, I really loved high school AUs, which is like alternate universe. So when people write fan fiction of a media that is about adults, and then they change it to an alternate universe where all the characters are in high school, right? Makes sense. I used to be really into high school AUs, and then I wasn't as much into them, and I was kind of into like university, college AUs when I was in college. And now I don't really like to read either of them because it's just not something I find relatable anymore. They're not in college. Alex is in college, actually. He's in his senior year, and Henry is, a year older? So they're both a college age, younger than me, but not like totally out of my age bracket group. But even though it kind of has the energy of a college romance, I'm still really enjoying it, which is what I'm trying to say. It's the point I'm trying to make. Are you okay? She's okay. She's so good. I love you. Ah! Okay. She loves me. One last thing I want to say is that I think Casey McQuiston is doing a really good job of giving Henry like a rich inner life without ever having any chapters from his perspective, at least so far. I don't remember if it ever switches perspective for like one chapter for a significant moment, but at least as far as I can tell, this book is solely third person limited from Alex's point of view. So in single POV romances, I often find that you really struggle to get the feelings and emotions of the love interest as vividly as the main character, which, like, yeah, of course it's going to happen when it's only one point of view, but really good romance authors can do it. And I think Casey McQuiston is doing such a good job with making Henry seem like such a real person, not only through, like, the texts and the emails that we get from him, which I love, but also the way that they describe Alex's impressions of Henry's actions. Like, you are not only getting what Alex thinks of it, but you're also getting, like, the subtext of what the truth is that Alex doesn't see. And I feel like that is something not every author can do, and Casey McQuiston can do it. Alright, that is going to be it for now. I will talk to you guys later, and I will probably let you know when I get to 50%. And then I'll update you at like 75%, etc. I am so excited for the movie, which comes out on the upcoming Friday, so I am 6 days away from the movie coming out. It's going to be so much fun. Happy Sunday, my lovelies. It is about noon, and I only just got to like 60% of Red, White, and Royal Blue. My Kindle's charging over there, so I thought I would actually hold up the book for you this time. I'm having such a good time, but it is really driving home. This book is really long. Red, White, and Royal Blue is over 400 pages. And while I love every single page that I have read, I do feel that especially from like 35 to 50%, it's like it probably could have been condensed. It's a lot of like campaigning stuff and them flying around the world to hook up. And I have to say, I always remembered this book as not being particularly steamy because the sex scenes are not like that described. They're there and they are somewhat described, more than I remembered, but they're not quite as described as a lot of the sex scenes that I read in other romance novels. Don't remember my first time reading this, it being particularly steamy. I gotta take that back because they are hooking up left and right, and they are very well written, emotional sex scenes. And I just love Henry and Alex. And I'm wearing my NASA shirt today because NASA, a lot of headquarters are based out of Houston or south of Houston. And Alex and the Claremont Diaz's are from Texas. I'm really curious how the movie is going to adapt some of the stuff because I know that they don't have June, Alex's sister, in the movie. They kind of combine the June and Nora character, and then they also combine Liam, the guy that Alex may like hooked up with in high school but didn't think about it as if it was like something about his sexuality, which sure, okay. And Rafael Luna, who is a congressperson that Alex and the Diaz's are family friends with. And I'm very confused how they are going to combine those characters because they serve very different functions in the story. So, love it. I'm heading out to grab lunch and then go to Knitting Circle because I have my regular Sunday knitting circle that I'm going to today. And then I'm going to come home and read. My Kindle estimates that I have about 2 hours left in the book. So I think I can absolutely finish it today. And then I have the whole week to prepare myself emotionally for the movie on Friday. Love that. What is up, babes? It is the afternoon on Monday. I finished Red, White, and Royal Blue while I was at work today, and I absolutely loved it. I think it was so good. It ended like almost too abruptly for me. Like I was just reading and then I hit next and it's suddenly the acknowledgments and I was like, are you kidding me? But I loved this. I would have cried, but I was at work, like sitting at my desk. And I was alone in the office today. I work in a hotel, so like pretty much everybody's busy doing stuff. And I'm an admin, so I'm like in the office room. And everybody else who works in the office room was not there today. So I probably could have cried at work, but I don't want to. So I did put it down on my little spreadsheet as yes, I did cry. But I didn't like fully sob the way I think I would have. I loved this. And when I first read it, I remember wanting to get a history, I'll put the words on the screen so you know what I'm talking about, tattoo. And then I was like, I've waited too long. It has lost its meaning. And what if I don't like want to get that anymore? But I didn't get any tattoos for 3 years. So like, I just wasn't getting any tattoos. It wasn't specifically that idea I wasn't a fan of. but I've read it again, and I want to get it as a tattoo again. So I'm going to eventually. I fucking love this book. So good, 5 stars. I can't wait to watch the movie this weekend. I was gonna go over to my friend Sarah's house because she has a TV, and I want to see it on like a bigger screen. But I'm actually busy this Saturday because my brother's in town. He's visiting from Chicago for like a week and a half, and so Saturday is the big, like, everybody in the family who wants to see Malcolm come by the house, like barbecue or party or whatever. So I'm going home for that, and I won't be able to do that on Saturday. So I guess I will have to do it on Friday, but I'm also getting a tattoo on Friday, so I don't know when I'm going to find the time. Last reflections on the book before I cut to when I'm watching the movie. I know I said earlier that I was surprised that they combined Nora and June. After reading it, I definitely see why. Nora is there, but she is definitely not as fleshed out as June or Alex or Henry. And I would say the other person who is like equally as one-dimensional is probably Henry's only friend, Pez. His name's Percy Pez, who I have not seen in any of the trailers. So I'm very curious as to what they do with Henry's like friends, or if they combine Pez into Henry's sister B. I still stand by my questioning how they're going to have combined Liam, the guy Alex like used to hook up with in high school, and Raphael, a senator that Alex looks up to as like a hero figure. So 2 very different roles that they serve in the book. So I don't know how they're gonna work that out, but that's not my job to have figured out. I don't write scripts and I don't make movies. I just watch them and cry. So I will see you guys in just a second. Hi everyone. It has been a few days since we spoke. It's currently Thursday night, and I have Red, White, and Royal Blue ready to go. My face is washed, my teeth are brushed, so I have my retainer in if you hear me lisping a little bit. And I am going to watch this and maybe have some reactions. I don't know. I've never like done this before. I'm so excited. I've been having such a good week. Taylor Swift announced 1989 Taylor's version coming out. She announced it last night, which was like amazing. I am so tired, so I'm gonna watch this and pass out and absolutely love it. I love gay people, and I love Red, White, and Royal Blue, and it's gonna be amazing. So let's go.
His childhood sweetheart, Lady Martha Fitzroy. Thousands came to.
They really gave Philip a fucked up hairline, so you know it's true to life.
Prince of England's hearts, and their younger sister, Princess Beatrice.
Younger sister Beatrice, that is different than the book.
The wedding reception, both.
I wonder how old Nora's supposed to be.
You know what?
I am so sorry.
This is so much worse than the book. Seeing the cake fall on them is so much worse than reading it. And reading it the first time took me a day and a half. Like I paused on that scene in the very first chapter and I couldn't read for another week. Okay, something I'm already noticing is that it kind of has like Netflix Christmas Prince vibes in terms of like the sets. The characters themselves are very lively and moving, but there's not much interesting happening with like the camera and like the background. It's a little TV movie, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that judgy about movies, it's just that I've literally just read the book, and the book is so full of life, it feels like. Okay, I love Zara. I feel like in the book she's more of like an ice queen bitch in a good way. This, she is very fiery.
You want to switch jobs this weekend?
No one in their right mind would ever give you a gun.
Arthur. His Royal Highness. You've gotta be joking, Alex. So what? One of our photographers will now take some pictures of.
I love they had him come in racing in that car rather than on a horse, which is how it is in the book. I love that. Oh my god.
Vicky. Classic.
Vicky! Vicky! Okay, I'm fine. I'm gonna love this.
Be tougher on those agribusiness mofos.
Well, maybe I can get you to push me to cake for me.
They could have done better on the set design. I'm being so serious. The scene in the hospital was totally fine. Now that he's back at the White House, Alex talking to his dad. They could have done better with the set design. It feels very sparse and like set-y. Just saying. Henry texts like such a dork. I love it. I love how they're doing the phone calls and the texts where like they're like in the same room talking to each other. I wish they were playing this scene a little bit closer to what it actually was. They're zooming through a lot of text conversations, which obviously you can't do in movies as seamlessly as you can in books, which is totally fine. But I thought it was so funny in the books. He's like terrified of this turkey, and in this he's just kind of pissed off. I wish they were playing it a little closer because I just think it's funny, but I'm having a great time, guys. I don't know if her hair looked this bad in the last scene, but whoever did Zara's wig in this scene, jail. Who did the costumes for this? Because I have questions. Just a note, just questions.
Sorry.
The kiss is so good. They did such a good job with that scene. Oh my god. How old is Nora supposed to be? Because they're all supposed to be in college, but I think Nora seems older. And she's drinking with the campaign people, like, which sounds actually accurate to the books, but I'm just confused because why is she in like business casual? Does Alex already know he's bisexual?
What?
Are Alex's parents not divorced? I have so many questions. Okay. It cuts from them hooking up to a shot of the Washington Monument. That is so funny. Okay, I just finished it. I needed to just watch it and not have to like worry about it filming or anything. I think, okay, here's the thing. I didn't love it. Not in that I didn't love it. Like, I actually had such a great time and I'm absolutely going to rewatch it like soon, and I think it's going to be a movie that I rewatch fairly frequently. So I did like it. But also, I have a lot of questions about a lot of choices that they made. And I think really the problem, the thing that keeps it from being, it just doesn't get to that like emotional, like yearning depth. It feels like it really, like, I mean, I guess it's kind of a long book, but it really shoots, like it's hitting all the marks, you know? But like, it doesn't feel like the emotions are hitting the scenes in the books. It just feels like it's like, oh, it's time for that scene now. But they also change a lot. I saw a snippet from an article earlier where a critic was like, the movie doesn't really have room to grow because it's sticking, like the adaptation doesn't have room to grow and become strong as an adaptation because it's sticking so closely to the book. I would argue it's very different from the book. Like, the important parts of an adaptation is keeping like the main story, and then you adapt certain aspects of the story to make it communicated stronger through visually, like storytelling. But like, they removed, I would say, what, 3 or 4 different subplots, and it just feels a little emotionally empty because of that. Not the main couple, I love them, but like the movie as a holistic thing feels a little emotionally like it's echoing in there. It's a little cavernous, empty. But I really liked it. I think they did a good job casting. I really had a good time. I guess I'll wrap this video up. I don't really know what to say. I really had a good time watching the movie. I was giggling, I was laughing, I was covering my eyes. I wish there was more than just the one main sex scene. Like, it shows them like hooking up a couple times, and then there's like a main sex scene that really gets like the breathy, touchy, feely, kissy edit that like lesbian sex scenes get. So I thought that was like a nice change. But overall, I really liked it, but I definitely think it's bad. Hi again, this is me from the preview that I had earlier in the video. I decided I'm gonna film a little like 1 week later reflection clip because I meant to put this video up last week, like right when it came out, and obviously I delayed. But I have so many more thoughts about the movie now than I did right when I finished because now I've seen it 4 times. Okay, it's shocking to watch that video back because I'm editing it right now. It's shocking to watch that video back and see how like calm I was, and I think it's because I was so tired. But the past week, have done literally nothing except think about Red, White, and Royal Blue and think about Alex and Henry. And I want to reiterate, I agree with my original opinion that the movie kind of holistically is pretty bad. Like, they gutted the plot. Like, the plot and the emotional subplots that support the effectiveness of the plot, it just doesn't work. And I've had someone in my life confirm for me that basically without the context of the book, the movie is confusing. So that's devastating. But I think what this book or the movie really, really succeeded on was the chemistry between the 2 leads. Taylor Zakar Perez playing Alex and Nicholas Galitzine playing Henry were so perfectly cast, and their small, often non-verbal actings with each other to look in love and like feel the emotions between them are the highlight of the movie. I think it's so well done. I've said to my friends, like, the movie may have failed on like several levels, but it succeeded on having enough gay content that there's like 1,000,001 different ways to take those little moments, slow them down, and edit them to different songs to post on TikTok. Like, the TikTok edit Red, White, and Royal Blue landscape has been a vibrant and thriving ecosystem for the past week. I'm so happy. This is such a contrast of energy to where I was last week, but I still have similar questions about how old Nora is and why they decided to keep his parents still married. I think the thing that the movie really falls short on the most is the emotional characterization of Alex as the main character. In the book, Alex is confident, but also like deeply insecure in how hard he tries. Like, he's trying so hard and he never knows if it's going to be enough. And a lot of that is because he's a child of divorce and talks about it a lot, but also you hear that internal monologue of just pushing and pushing and always being like, why aren't I working hard enough in this? Why don't I get the chance to do this more work? And you really lose a lot of that in the movie, where he seems like he's just this cocky, confident asshole, which I love. And he does get softer moments, especially when he is falling in love with Henry. But especially in the beginning, I basically zone out and don't listen to any of the scenes that have to do with the political plot because it's nonsensical. Just nonsensical. But I think that's where the movie specifically falls short, is Alex's characterization outside of the relationship. Henry is phenomenal. I think Nicholas Galitzine was perfect. I think they were both perfect. I love them both. I'm obsessed. Clearly, there has been a tone shift in the way I think about it. My friends are so goddamn tired of me texting them about this fucking movie. And it's not going to end anytime soon because I think I'm about to start reading Red, White, and Royal Blue fanfiction because it's all I've been thinking about all week. It's all I want to read. And I want to reread the book and annotate it. And I never annotate anything. So, you should watch the movie, is what I'm trying to say. I think you should go into the movie with the expectation that it is clearly like a pretty low budget, cheesy rom-com, and appreciate it for what it does do well, which is the chemistry and relationship between the 2 main characters and not the plot. Okay, that's it. Back to my outro. Let me know if you've read Red, White, and Royal Blue. I think you should read it. I think it's a really good book. I had a really good time. This has been a really fun video to make. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!